you get to see Dustin in his light, in his season. I feel like Dustin's having his best season too, to be able to go on tour and to do stand-up and to have sold-out crowds, packed houses, and to do what you love. The one thing that I want to say to that I'll move on to, is the fact that Dustin has been at this for a long time, right? Like all of us has, and we'll get to Claudia too. So my advice to my raindrops is everything is truly in God's timing. Just because things aren't happening on your timeline doesn't mean you have to give up. It just means it's not your season yet. And everybody in life, you have your season. The biggest thing though, when God gives you your season, you cannot F it up by thinking it belongs to you. Thinking it belongs to you, because it doesn't. God, you're borrowing God's blessing that he handed out to you, because God doesn't owe you nothing. So when God gives you a blessing, it's on borrowed time, because he wants to see what you do with it. It's equivalent to when we get a loan and you borrow money from your rich uncle or your rich auntie, child, and you don't pay them back. You're not getting more money from them. God, so the way God looks at things, all of our blessings are on borrowed time. And God is looking at what you're going to do in that season of your blessing so he can multiply it. Okay? And I feel like that's happening to Dustin. I feel like it's happening to Claudia. Claudia. Well, thank you. And I'm going through that myself. And I feel like, listen, what we're doing now is truly curated out of sheer friendship. This was not some sort of like organized situation. It was sort of like, let's figure things out. The funny thing Claudia has always said is, Carlos called me. Well, my sister. She looks at me.
Oh, it's his assistant. He don't call me. It's his assistant.
I'm talking about the stuff.
You call. You fans don't call people.
I'm calling after King Carlos and Kingdom Reign. You'd be like, oh, okay. Carlos calling me.
I had a celebrity say it on me, and he said like not call himself, but he would like the phone would ring and be like his brother, and he'd be like, hold the line. Blank is on the phone. I'm like, you could have just called me upset. Like, what? Yeah. That's Carlos right now. But go ahead, Carlos. Tell us life.
No, but I'm saying I thought it was funny because every week you would say, Carlos team called me again. I guess I'm back doing this. So anyway, my point in all of that is everybody should know when God gives you a good season, you'll feel it, but do not F it up, because your blessings are on borrowed time. And God wants to see what you do with it. And once he sees you cherish it and you're grateful for it and you're humble with it, he will multiply it. So there we go.
And let me say this before we get off of this, right? Kindness is very important too. I'm not going to say no names, but there's a person who's a part of my set, and I have a section of jokes focused on them. And after one of my shows in one of my cities, I can't get too specific, the staff came up to me and said, listen, that show was incredible. And my favorite part was when you talked about such and such. They were such and such when they were here 2 weeks ago, and it was a person who did not look like that person's audience. They did not look like that person's target demographic. They were speaking from their experience. So, you know, the way you treat people matters. You know what I'm saying? You have to be kind and respectful. So that's all.
And since we're preaching tonight, I hit rock bottom like 3 times in my life. Right, like lost it all, where I like didn't want to live anymore. Even had an attempt. I've talked about that and all that kind of stuff before. But like, I think it's as important. You know, people. It's easy to like go to God or be grateful or be appreciative when like things are rock bottom. Like, if you just give me this one thing, I'll be so grateful. No, you have to remember when you're at the top of your season, getting the most money you've ever gotten, when the phone is ringing, when everyone's you're getting all the invites. That is the biggest test of your character is when you are popping. It ain't when you humbled and broke down. It is when you're popping. And that's why I know there's certain people like y'all think I hate or I despise. A lot of my disdain for some people comes from, how dare you blow your blessing? You were blessed. Some of these people were plucked from obscurity thrown on a reality show. You've never heard of them before. They get there and they become assholes to assistants. They're mean. They forget how hungry they were 1 year prior, and they just turn to completely different human beings. And I'm proud to say, and this I can stand on, I've been around for almost 30 years in this business.
Yes.
Been on highs, lows, and I ain't never gonna treat a waiter different. No. I ain't never gonna treat a grip person different. I'm never gonna treat the person that's my assistant. You just can't be like that, and stop feeling yourself. I think it's just as important to ignore the praise as it is to ignore the critics, because you will find yourself being an asshole. And like, you gotta treat people right, and that's how you keep getting blessed. That's the force multiplier that you talk about, right?
Yeah.
Humble.
Yeah.
It's easy to be nice. Like, stop being
very much, very easy.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. This was good. Motivation. Claudia, Dustin, and Carlos. All right.